distributed picture on all snaps.
Oh, this is intercepted, and it's going to the house. Sebastian Castro.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. As we continue on my UDFA series, we're going to talk about a safety coming out of University of Iowa. This dude's an absolute beast. He could play both safety positions. He could play defensive back. Shoot, you could put him at linebacker. He could shut it down in the slot. He's about 195, 5'11", and dude is an absolute beast. Some places have him listed as safety. Some websites have him as a cornerback. The guy's a defensive back, and he earned the right to be called that, especially for the Steelers. So he's going from black and yellow over in Iowa over to black and yellow over in Pittsburgh. You gotta love it, and they love their Iowa players. But Sebastian Castro is a player we're going to talk about. I don't want to just talk about him and the value, the absolute value that he brings to this team. And there's a lot of UDFAs, and I'm looking at some of these guys, quite a few. I could just tell they're not going to make the team. I feel very confident, though, about Sebastian, and at bare minimum, he could at least be a very, very good special teams player for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about who's currently on the roster right now, what the Pittsburgh Steelers defense was ranked nationally throughout the whole league, and again, the value that he brings. And I think that one day he could be a starter in the NFL. And I'm excited for Sebastian Castro, man. Let's go. Let's get into his story. So 195, 5'11". Dude is an absolute dog. A little bit about him. So 2024 honors. Here are some of his honors. Then we'll get into stats. Athlon preseason 4th team All-American and 2nd team All Big Ten. Phil Steele preseason. So yeah, preseason watch list. So All Big Ten and stuff like that. Named to Bronco Nagurski Trophy, Jim Thorpe Award, and Chuck Bednarik Award preseason watch list. So he came into the season with a lot of hype. That's pretty much what that is. But he started all the games last year, and let's look at these beautiful stats. And these are some stats: 57 total tackles, 39 solo tackles. He had 3 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, 1 pass breakup, 2 passes deflected. Interesting, they have that in 2 different categories on here. 1 interception as well too. Dude is a beast. What I could take and describe him, he could play both safety positions. Okay, brings value there. He can also take and be post up in the nickel as a cornerback as well. I like that a lot as well. And also as well, he can take and do zone coverage, man coverage. Shoot, if you need another linebacker, like outside linebacker, you can take and put him there. Mr. Castro makes his name known. Now, you're not going to see like a whole lot of interceptions from him, but as far as forced fumbles, big time tackles, a guy who is an absolute lockdown defensive back. Some would even say there was a guy on the Big Ten, some Big Ten show I was watching. They said he's the best nickel DB in the whole draft. That's amazing. That's a heck of a compliment to say. So I don't know if I go that far, but the dude can absolutely play football, man. And shoot, let me eat my words, because maybe he will end up being that, right? Mike Tomlin loves himself an underdog, and Sebastian Castro brings that type of mentality to this team. Let's talk about currently who is on the team right now. Who are his competition that he's going to be competing with. So we'll start with the cornerbacks. So I want to talk safeties too, because guess what? He could play safety as well too. So, all right, we got Beanie Bishop, 2 years in the NFL. Brennan Eccles, 5 years in the NFL, 6 years in the NFL. CJ Henderson, Dante Kent, who just got drafted out of Central Michigan. Pretty good player, man. I looked up on him. He has some nice highlights. I'm really excited for him. Cameron McCutcheon, James Pierre, Joey Porter Jr., Darius Slay, the OG, brings much needed veteran help. 13 years in the NFL. Gosh, that looks great. Cameron Sutton. Let me see here. Corey Trice. And then as far as defensive backs, you have Deshaun Elliott. I'm a Dolphins fan, so watching Deshaun, man, he's a beast, man. I know he's filling out that role nicely for the Steelers. Deshaun Jameson, and then we got Miles Killebrew, Kyler McMichael, Juan Thornhill, and yep, and it looks like that's it. And then as far as like just pure safeties, and I'm going off of what's off of NFL.com here. Let's see what else we got here. Yep, that is it. Oh yeah, DeMonte Casey. So there's quite a bit of competition in that room. There's some young guys. There's some guys who were randomly signed a couple months ago before the draft. And I think he could find his way at minimum on a practice squad, continue to wow the team, win on his one-on-one matchups, do what he's supposed to, learn that playbook as soon as possible, repeat the success he had in college, but also take it up, really take it up to the next level. And then also as well, let's look at where the defense was last year, okay? And then again, I'm going to circle back to the value that he brings to his team, man, because the guy could play safety, both safety positions. He could play cornerback. Dude is an absolute dog, and I love his coverage skills. His coverage skills, being able to do zone coverage very well, being able to do man coverage very well. And look, they're a defensive-minded team. The Steelers are a defensive-minded team. In my opinion, this is me not looking at any statistics. They are defensively, Steelers are a top 10 defense for sure. But we're gonna go over the stats because numbers don't lie. So there is room for improvement. And I think getting a guy like him is very important. Now, before I get into the numbers and everything, the draft. I liked who they got. They got some really, really good players, but I was shocked to not see people so comfortable in the DB position. They got Dante Kent in the 7th round. So again, Sebastian Castro, and we can make the argument that he's actually a better coverage guy than Dante Kent. Seriously, I think he actually might be better than Dante Kent potentially from Central Michigan. So, matter of fact, before I get into those stats, let me as far as like how the team did defensively last year, let's look at Dante Kent's stats from Central Michigan. 33 solo tackles, 53 total tackles. Tackles for loss was 0.5 with 2 yards negative, right? And I'm looking here as far as like sacks, fumbles, there's nothing. Interceptions, there's nothing. Pass breakups is the biggest thing. He got 8 of those, and that's a big number. You got 8 pass breakups. That's very good for a DB. So that he does have on him. But as far as like total picture, I like Sebastian Castro more. I just want to make that argument, not dissing Mr. Kent. I hope he crushes it in the NFL. But Mr. Castro, in my opinion, is the better DB. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's continue the episode. Continuing also, when it came to total defense, Steelers on foxsports.com were ranked number 12. Okay, so not quite a top 10 defense, but right outside of it, it's pretty good. There's some room for improvement. However, when it came to passing defense, number 25. That's pretty damn rough, y'all. Pass yards allowed, 228 per game on average. Yikes, that's pretty rough. Russian defense doesn't have too much to do with him. He will be getting involved in that, obviously, trying to stop the ball. But Steelers, they were number 6. I mean, shoot, you have a D-line like that, linebackers like that. Yeah, you're going to make some noise, man. So number 6, I like that number. Scoring defense, number 8, I like that number. Red zone defense, number 13. Again, room for improvement. When it came to defense red zone touchdown rate, the percentage for that was 54.1%. And then third down defense was number 2. Ooh, I love it. 35.3. This is what makes the Steelers such a scrappy freaking team. I love it. And so that is their defense. But again, the big thing they got to work on is that secondary. So that's why Sebastian Castro will do so well. Again, the guy can line up in zone. He can line up in man coverage. You name it, he can take and do it for you. He's not going to get a whole lot of interceptions, man. Hopefully that changes. What's nice about him is like, yo, he could learn schemes quick, and he showed that in college. Also, as well, you could put him in pretty much any type of defense. The dude is an absolute baller, man. They had him on the preseason watch list, so I think they were hoping he'd have a much bigger year. That's counting against him. And look, I'm just gonna say this, and how it comes out is how it comes out. I mean, well, I root for everybody to do well. When it comes to race and football, it does play something in it. Okay, once upon a time, black quarterbacks were looked at as super undesirable, and I hated that. I hated that when I grew up. It was like Cordell Stewart, Donovan McNabb, Vic, Aaron, I forgot what his name is, Aaron Brooks, and that was pretty much it. And when I was real young, we had Warren Moon. Now it's like, well, it's like half of the starters are black. I love that. You know what I mean? ultimately let the best person start, but people will down a white DB just like they'll down a black kicker. Okay. This guy's a Spanish gentleman. I think I saw on his Instagram, he's famous from Mexico, or Mexican descent. So he's a Mexican DB, right? So people are going to be doubting him. They're going to be doubting. Not saying all, I'm not saying even most, but there is, some that could have been also a contributor factor. I'm just speaking facts, guys. I don't go political on this show, but man, I hope, Mr. Castro, if you're watching this, bro, I hope you crush it. I am rooting for you, bro. Let's freaking go. And prove everybody who has doubted you in life wrong. Because they're about to be dead wrong when they try to get past you on that field. You're gonna shut them down, and you tackle like a linebacker. You cover like you're D'Angelo Hall. You're an absolute beast, bro. So I'm absolutely excited for you. And a team like the Steelers really embodies who you are, your play style. You're such a versatile player, so I'm excited. But again, I think he has some people rooting against him. Again, he's, in my opinion, better than the 7th rounder that they took and they got. So I'm not hating, just spitting facts. So comment below, hit subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. If you hate this episode, whatever, man, comment below. I'll see you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I did a pretty fair assessment. I try to be as fair as possible when doing these videos. But I'll see you guys next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith. God bless you guys. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where we have exclusive NFL content and exclusive NFL interviews. Be sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. Follow us on social media. See you on the next one.